पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते हरिः ओम्.
That which we call the outer world is perfect. This which we call the inner world is perfect. Each one filled with divine consciousness. Perfect comes from perfect. Take perfect from perfect. The remainder is perfect. Divine consciousness is non-dual. Anything that emerges from the divine consciousness is whole, is complete, is Purna. May peace and peace and peace be everywhere. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते.
Hello friends, we have Deepali again with us today on an episode of Purnamadah. You all must have seen her yesterday, and I thought because we were talking and it was so easy, I told Deepali, let's also record for Purnamadah. As you know, Purnamadah is a series where people who've experienced their past lives talk about the insights and experiences and transformations that have taken place. And Deepali is here with us, and she's also going to be sharing her insights and transformations that have occurred. Deepali was one of our participants of the online mystic journey that we started during the pandemic. It's an 8-day workshop, 3 hours every day. And we do have the next mystic journey, which is going to be from March 31st to the 9th of April 2021. But Deepali is going to be sharing her experience. So Deepali, when did you do the mystic journey, the past life workshop online?
This is in this year, 2021.
Okay, when was
Yeah.
it, January?
Yes.
Okay, so it's been really just a few months back.
Yes, and I really want to say it was so wonderful, so wonderful. It was life changing, actually. Uh, I don't think people should really believe there's a past life, but once you do it, you'll definitely come to know what it is.
Wonderful. So, Deepali, what prompted you to do the past life workshop? What did you think about and क्यों तुम्हें करना था?
There were a few things. First and foremost was I've seen your show.
Okay.
And I used to watch it with my dad. And you'll not believe, ma'am, after the episode was over, I used to stay in Pune and he in Belgaum, and he used to call me, "Did you watch the episode? What do you think about it?" And I feel if he would be alive, he would be so happy meeting you. And I feel I manifested that and I was there. You were one of the reasons. First reason. Second reason, I had a few spiritual experiences and I really wanted to know about it, why and how.
Okay.
I've always been believing in karma and next life and rebirth and all such things. So I wanted to know about it. And coming it from you, I just could not leave the chance of experiencing it.
Right. So, can you talk a little bit about the spiritual experiences?
Yes, as I said, ma'am, I've always been a religious type of a person. So, uh, in my childhood, I used to pray during my exams, and when I used to, it may sound silly, but when I used to sit to study, I used to feel, हाँ ये question आने वाला है. And next day when it used to appear in the paper, I used to be like, oh, nice, good.
Mm.
It went on for few years, and I did not know whom to ask, how, why it is happening to me. But one of the major incident which actually changed was, I remember after marriage with my in-laws, they said that we are going to Tulzapur. It is Ma Bhavani's place. And in my dream, I got a message saying that I'll give you darshan. Ma Bhavani appearing and telling me that I'll give you darshan. So I was like, great. We went to Tulzapur, quite crowded. We had to take a mukh darshan, like from far we had to see her. I just could see her for a second or two,
Mm.
and I was expecting something, like how will I see her and how she will appear in front of me. Nothing happened. We came out of the mandir. There people wear green bangles outside
Mm.
the mandir. People wear green bangles and with yellow dots on them. So I felt, yeah, even I should do it. I wore bangles. We carried a journey from Tulzapur to Pune. Nothing happened, and I felt, oh, it was just a dream. I remember we visiting a site,
Mm.
construction site, where we had bought a flat in Pune. I was walking with my father-in-law, and we were just moving forward, and somebody from behind came running. I turned back. It was an old lady. She came and she said that I want your bangles. I'm not having money.
Mm.
Please, can you give your bangles? And I was shocked. I said, what is this? Why are you asking my bangles? And she said, see, I'm having nothing in my hand and I have no money also. I said, okay, and I gave her 10 rupees. See my ignorance. And she said, no, I don't want money. She said, give me your bangles. And I thought for a while, and then I removed and I gave it to her.
Mm.
And she was so happy, and she just disappeared. Just I turned back and tried to see her. She wasn't there.
Mm.
And I said, out of everything, why this woman would ask me for bangles when I'm
Mm.
offering her money?
Mm.
She did not take it.
Mm.
And I remembered, was she Ma Bhavani who had come to give me darshan I did not recognize? And it
Mm.
was all goosebumps. So, in remembrance of her, I have kept one bangle with me, which is in my mandir.
Oh,
I always remember that, and I feel ki, yes, I was blessed. She was there. It was her only. Otherwise, nobody else would have asked money for bangles or bangles itself. So
wonderful. What
that,
an experience. And
yeah.
how old were you then?
I was married. Yeah, I was
You were
quite.
married.
Yeah, I was married.
Yeah.
After that, also once or twice in Mandir, I did have the same experience with Ma Bhavani.
Mm.
She telling me that no, wait, still Prasad is there, and I see nobody there after a while, and Prasad comes to you. I don't know how this used to happen. So this all things, I always felt that something coming into my life as and when I needed.
So were these experiences close in time to your miscarriages?
Yes, they
Mm.
were. They were.
Right.
Yeah, they were.
Right. She was trying to tell you have faith.
Have
You know,
faith. Yes,
yeah,
yes,
things will materialize. Just
yes,
have faith. I'm there with you in this
yes.
struggle, in this depression, in this whatever problems that you were going through. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what were your past life experiences, Dipali?
Um, First, I would like to tell about this auto writing part.
Please.
Yeah. So, I was in Pune. I was doing my lectureship, and evening time I used to. I mean, in evening I used to have a lot of time. So I used to do this jap and meditation and all. So I had already lost my two children by then. So one Sunday, suddenly I felt that I should take a pen and paper and sit
Hmm.
for writing.
Hmm.
And suddenly the messages started coming across.
Hmm.
So it was like, what is this? I'd never heard about auto writing. I had no idea what is going on with me. Then I had a feeling that I'm in some different world. I was not here physically. And it continued happening, and I used to wonder, why is this happening? It continued for a while. But then later, it revealed itself saying that this is not for you and this is for your dad. You are just a
Okay.
messenger. You are just a messenger.
Mm.
You will not get answers for yourself. We have
Mm.
come here to help
Mm.
your dad,
Mm.
and we accepted that. But as soon as whatever message my dad had, we passed it on to him. I felt that I shouldn't do it, auto writing, and I stopped
Okay.
doing it.
Okay.
I did not carry on with it. My dad used to pressurize me, they could do it for me, ask what I should do or how I should do. And he used to say, Dad, enough now.
Mm.
You got what you want. Then
Mm.
why you want to just trouble asking what again?
Mm.
So the thing was, he had this drinking habit,
Mm.
and we all were really, really tired of it.
Mm.
So through auto writing, he had certain messages asking him what to do and what not to do. It
Mm.
was like clear cut message for him that you are a very good soul, and see, don't waste your life doing this, that.
Mm.
And ma'am, you won't believe, the day he heard it, that the messages are coming to him through a higher soul, he had stopped doing what was really not necessary for him. He gave up drinking, he gave up knowledge, he gave up this. He he tried to um, remove everything which was not good for him, and he changed. But then, as I said, he became greedy. So before taking the decision, he wanted that help.
Okay. So
So
he was
he,
doing auto writing, or you
no,
were doing it
I was a
for
medium.
him?
Yes, I used to do it for him.
Acha. Okay.
And then it started for my sister also simultaneously. So when I
Mm-hmm.
refused, he started, like, for my sister. He, you ask, I said, Dad, don't.
Mm.
You're having free will now. Do it
Mm.
with it.
Mm.
Why are you asking somebody and doing?
Mm.
Should I do this? Even for little things, he started asking for guidance, and that used to pester me.
Mm.
So I gave it up. I
Mm.
said that this is not the way to live a life, and this is
Mm.
not the way you have to use it.
Mm.
During that time, I came across several books on auto writing. I
Mm.
read them. I made him read them,
Mm.
and then, ma'am, I totally gave up. I
So, my
never.
dear, when auto writing, you were doing auto writing, it just started one fine day, or you got some message that you should be doing auto writing? What exactly happened
It
to
start,
start it out?
ma'am. It started on its own. I just had an urge to sit with a paper and a pen,
Okay.
and it started giving me details about certain things which only we knew. I mean, even we knew, matlab, first to make us understand that this is not fake.
Okay.
It was like that. And in dad's case, there were certain things which we did not know about dad,
Hmm.
and it came in writing. So when we
Hmm.
verified with him, is it true? And he was like, yes, I did not tell you all this. So
Okay.
it was like that way. So I felt the whole point was maybe to get the dad on track. Some
Right.
higher energy wants my dad to be on track.
Right.
He's always been a good soul, but his rapping was bad. I mean, his
Hmm.
attitude or whatever, the
Hmm.
way he was very raw and rude. So
Hmm.
I felt maybe for that it is, and I left it then and there, thinking that
And can you tell me who was communicating to you? Was there a name of the guide, or it
yes.
was just an energy? What was it?
No, ma'am, the name was coming across as Samuel,
Okay.
Samuele.
Okay.
It was this name, and it used to give out messages to dad. He, don't support wrong people. You're doing this wrong. You shouldn't. Uh, Maybe later, he said that it's better you go to mandir on Mondays,
Mm-hmm.
and this all, I used to get confused, and I felt that I'm using it. How am I using it with my
Hmm.
mundane problems?
Hmm.
If I have any difficulty in taking decision, I just can't sit for writing and ask for guidance. This is not
Hmm.
the way I want to live life, or neither I want my dad to be dependent on somebody to lead his life.
Okay.
I said, then what is the value of free will?
Hmm.
So I gave up. I told my sister not to continue.
Hmm.
And after that, I told you I got a message 6 months before my mom's passing away that she's going to pass
Hmm.
on 11th of May, and she did
Hmm.
on 11th of April.
Hmm.
But that was also, again, that was an urge to write. Something
Right.
forced me to do it. I did not
Right.
set it by myself. So
Right.
through past life, I wanted to know that what is this?
Hmm.
Why me?
Hmm.
I have
Hmm.
never even tried, or I've approached somebody to help me. And so in past life, I could see myself as a monk sitting in a cave meditating. I walk down the hill in the farms. I'm having a house, small house. I'm all alone, and people are there in the village who come to me and they say
Hmm.
I'm messenger of God.
Hmm.
So I give God's messages to people. People are happy, they're coming with their problems, I'm giving them solutions. Every day I'm walking up the mountain, sitting in the cave and meditating. After a few days, I see myself sitting for meditation, and God Buddha's hand is on my head, and I'm happy. And I think people come to know about this, and people are jealous. And they burn my farm, they burn my house, and they say that you shouldn't stay here anymore.
Hmm.
And they drive me away from the village. I climb the mountain, I go back to the cave, and I'm starving. I'm starving till death because I have nothing. I have no people around. I have nothing to eat, and I can't go to people
Hmm.
back.
Hmm.
So the last thought was, henceforth, I'm not giving God's messages to anybody.
Right.
I said that I'm not going to do this. And maybe that fear has still I have continued about auto writing. I felt that, yeah, okay, maybe I helped that and I shouldn't carry on with it. So it was something like that. And I could feel the starvation. I could feel the pain of that death as a monk. So there it comes being a messenger of God in
Right.
that lifetime.
So post that, did you have any issues with your stomach or any issue in your digestive system also, or no?
Yes, I did. I told you, ma'am, I can go on a fast without eating or drinking for quite a long time.
Ah.
I started fasting from a very, very young age. Maybe from fourth or fifth standard, I do fast. And my mom used to say, it's okay, even if you don't drink water, तुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. And I was like that, yes,
Okay, that's interesting. The
yes,
ability to fast for days
yes,
on
yes,
is something that also you've carried from that lifetime.
yes, ma'am. And fasting was such a natural thing for me. It did not bother me at all.
Right, interesting, very interesting. So you've got two interesting answers. One is the fasting
Yes.
ability that you have, and the second is that you kind of stopped being the messenger of God.
Now also I'm very reluctant, ma'am.
Mm.
I feel that I shouldn't. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I feel if it is a gift, I don't want to judge it also.
Right. Well, the
I
fact is
shouldn't.
that you have carried that skill. It's a
Yeah.
natural skill that you have, and it can be used for times when people really need help.
Hmm. Hmm.
Rather than using it, like you said, for mundane reasons, but
Yeah.
for something very important and very, for someone who's really grieving, okay,
Yeah.
who's in depression, because you have suffered depression, you know
Yes.
what it
Yes.
is.
Yes.
So when somebody is under deep depression for loss of maybe their loved one or whatever, at that time, maybe auto writing can be a great help because you anyway connected to your guide.
Yeah.
Samuel is there for you
Yes.
to access that powerful energy whenever you need it.
Yes. Yes.
And when you have a connection with your guide the way you are having it, it's a good thing to uh, access it when somebody needs it, not
Yes,
just for fun. That's not how it's to be done. Lovely.
yes.
Very interesting experience, Deepali. And
Yes,
then
ma'am.
any more experiences?
Second was about this miscarriages which I had. I just
Right.
wanted to know, as I said, I always felt like a victim. Why me?
Yeah.
Once it's okay, once it could be like, by chance, but three in a row, and then after Shaurya, I had another one. I said, why me? So in health regression, I see myself sitting near the river with long hair. The place was in Karnataka, Raichur. I remember seeing it. I'm filling water from the river and I'm sitting peacefully over there all by myself. Then you say that go back home. And then I start feeling the resistance. I don't want to go back home. With heavy heart, I'm just feeling I don't want to go home. But still, I'm carrying myself towards the house, and moving. I see a house. I keep that water pot, and you see, look around if there's somebody in the house. I see no one. And then, as we move on with time, that incident, which has caused me this health issue, I see a built man, strongly built man, coming inside. He is my husband, and he starts kicking me on my stomach, and I could feel it. I was pregnant. I don't know whether he knew it or not, but he's kicking me, and he kicks me so much that I'm dead. They they bury me. So at the point of death here, my thoughts are, what about the child inside me? Is it dead? Is it alive? I don't know. How will I know? I die in that uh, guilt of
Mm.
killing a child.
Mm.
So somehow I feel in this lifetime, my medical condition was such that I used to throw the baby out. I was not allowing it to grow beyond 6 months. There is a pipe in the brain which drains the liquid out of the brain. So after 6 months, it would stop draining that, and there used to be clots. So
Mm.
the health of the baby would deteriorate until the heart stops beating. So it already has a mental issue. The heart is not working properly, and my body itself wants to throw it out. It doesn't want to have the fetus inside it. So that was the condition.
Right.
So I feel I got it from there that it was me. It was not
Mm.
with me. It was myself. I was doing it to
Right.
throw the baby out with the fear that somebody will ruin it anyway. So it's better I only ruin it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it
that's
was like
so
that.
painful, right? In a lifetime when you're married to somebody and you feel that that person will love and protect you, and that person turns to be your perpetrator.
Yes.
It's not the first time that you've been kicked in your belly. There must have
Yeah.
been many other times when the
Many other
abuse
times.
must have
Yes.
happened. And now you are like, okay, now even this baby is not going to be at peace.
Yes.
So if the baby is not going to be at peace, it's better that I don't have this baby at all. And
Yes.
then you use that incident, okay,
Yes.
of trauma to even bail yourself out of the situation. So the baby is also not there, and I'm also not there.
Not there. Yes.
And maybe that's the best way to make this man suffer, because otherwise he just doesn't understand and
Yes.
value us. So yeah, it's so complicated sometimes.
Yes, ma'am.
Isn't
And
it?
I couldn't figure out the person's face in this lifetime, but
Mm.
I feel maybe not in this lifetime. In coming lifetimes, I may face him. I just want to make myself stronger. Maybe
Mm.
when I face him, I don't want myself to be weak or something, because I've seen myself weak in front of him. Very, very
Yes.
weak. Very, very weak.
Yes.
Either I forgive him
Yeah.
completely, and he realizes what he has done.
Mm. I'm sure, because what happens in a past life session is that when you are accessing your trauma and then you die in that lifetime, the opposite person, because you leave that person, right?
Yes.
And I'm sure there must have been some closure that you may have created with the person during the session and post that. So that's really painful, right, Dipali?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes. But the whole point is, in this lifetime at least, I have the understanding why this happened to me. Now I
Yes.
don't feel like a victim. I felt that whatever I did was for their good.
Right. Right. So that closure has been done,
Yes, it
and
has.
you're
Yeah.
feeling more at peace.
Yes, yes. Now I don't feel like a victim anymore. Why me?
Right.
So I feel that it's okay, it happens in life. It's all about how you accept it. I feel you should
Right.
accept it with grace. There has
Right.
to be a certain reason why it is happening to you. It just won't happen all of a sudden or
True.
without any reason. So
True.
the graceful we are in accepting things, that would be much more better and life would be much more peaceful.
True. Any other experience?
Uh, yeah, one was with my husband. Like, I
Okay.
always have a fear that, uh, if he says I'm coming at 10 o'clock and he's not home by 10:05, I'm so fearful and I start calling.
Hmm.
And I feel that, I always tell him that, Mukund, if you would be in army, no, I would go mad. I don't know how this army people's wife, they are so strong and they stay without their husband for such a long time and they must be so worried, but still they are so like at peace. And I say, look at me, if you're like 5 minutes late, I go into panic mode. And why is this? I wanted to find out this relationship, why I'm so much this about Mukun. And we went to a time when I was a princess and I
Hmm.
was getting married. I was all happy with white gown. I was in Britain. I was excited and all happy. I'm wearing these shoes. Um, the moment of wedding comes. I'm waiting, 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 and this fellow doesn't turn up. And with that wedding gown, I'm out of the palace, and I think of killing myself because he's not turned up. I get no message from him, nothing, 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 and he has betrayed me. And this lifetime also, I feel that what if he leaves me and go? He's not on time at home. What if?
Huh.
So now, after that, I've understood that yeah, it is over. It is just over
Correct.
now.
It's over. The fear was being carried forward.
Yes,
And of course, Mukund has come back into your life and he is
yes,
a protective, caring,
yes, yes,
sensitive provider to you. And he's never going to leave you. Instead, he's so supportive that
yes.
when you are under crisis, he's right there for you. It's not that he's
He's
not
always
there.
been. No, ma'am.
So,
He's
yeah.
always been. He's
So that's
always
the
been.
shift he has made as a soul,
Yes,
and that's the learning that he's doing in this current lifetime with you. Both of you are learning the power of love, being
he,
together.
ma'am, rather, I would like to share one more thing, like
Yeah,
with that audio recording, I took Mukun to his past life
wonderful.
to know my connection with him. And
Huh.
then he says ourselves in Ladakh,
Uh-huh.
and he's in love with me. He's very much in love with me, and then he sees me marrying somebody else.
Oh.
So his heart is broken at this point of time.
Huh.
So that lifetime he was into depression, and he says that you left me for somebody else. I said, "See, this is karma, Mukund. You left me in the lifetime of Britain. I left you in time of Ladakh. I feel it's equal. We have moved
It's
on now.
dissolved. It's dissolved.
It's
And the
dissolved now."
other interesting part, Dipali, is that in that lifetime he was depressed.
Yes,
In this lifetime, you are depressed.
yes, yes,
Okay, so he is able to support you in this depression
yeah.
because he knows what is depression.
He knows, and I feel that nobody for such a long time would have been so patient
Yeah,
with a wife, when
yeah,
I have to look after them. He's been so supportive with all my problems. I feel it's always my problems, and he's like,
Yeah,
it's okay, it's our
but
problem, it's our
yeah,
problem.
but he too is releasing that energy of
Hmm.
depression, which
Yes,
he could have carried, okay?
yes,
Because when you are going through any bouts of anxiety or something, he's also coping with it,
he is coping. Yeah.
right? So he too is releasing that energy which he must have carried. So
Yes,
that's
ma'am.
so interesting. One
Yeah.
person goes through depression, but the second person has carried that energy and
Hmm.
is wanting to become sensitive and supported, but also releases whatever
Hmm.
residue energy of depression or
Yes.
anxiety that he too may have carried. So that's very interesting.
Yes.
Both of you are
Yes.
healing together, you know?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
lovely.
I feel he's a old soul. He speaks less, and I hear people around me talking so much about spirituality and telling people like this is this and this is that and this. And I feel that there are some people who silently, without speaking, without following, they are spiritual from inside.
Absolutely,
They did
absolutely.
not show it to the world,
True.
but they are like old souls which are
Yeah.
more composed, and they know how to do and what to do at what time. And we are like those kindergarten children which we learn a poetry in a school, and we are the whole day we are just reciting it at home and telling everybody we have learned it, we have learned
Yes,
it. So
absolutely,
it's like that.
absolutely. Yeah, there are so many different levels of old souls, right?
Yes,
And
yes.
as you grow older and wiser, you
Yeah.
realize that people have to change on their own. You can't force people to
No,
change,
no,
right?
not at
And
all.
that's what
Yeah.
Mukund is doing. He's allowing you to flower. He's
Yes,
there, he's
yes.
there. He's kind of watering you, but he's allowing
Yeah.
you to grow.
And this
Yes.
many years, I was like, no, I know better than you, and I'm controlling you. But somewhere now I realize that is the
Yes.
way of life. Just allow the
Very
person to
nice.
be the way they are. Don't
Yeah,
control them or don't even suggest them. Let them learn on
correct.
their own.
Beautiful. But any other experience that you want to share?
Uh,
Or these were the
yes,
three most important
these
ones?
were the most important ones. These were really important ones.
Mm.
And in one regression, I remember we had to see what profession we can do, what we can carry on with. And I was so excited when it was like to see what talent we had inside us.
Yes, talent
Yeah,
regression. Yeah.
talent regression. And I remember walking in a very big palace like a thing, but it was a library. It was full of books and books and books and books. And I'm thinking myself, okay, I see something really nice, and maybe I'm very talented or something. And as soon as we are asked to open the door, you
Mm.
will not believe that I was washing vessels.
Ah.
I was washing vessels, and I was this black lady. I was a slave in a palace,
Mm.
and I felt, what talent is this? But
Mm.
I could hear that lady saying to herself, "I will not allow anybody to oppress me anymore. I will
Mm.
not. Knowledge is everything. I will gain it, however."
Mm.
And I could hear it. She did not, she was washing vessels, is what I saw. Her
Mm.
thoughts were that nobody can oppress me. I will have all the knowledge in the world. I will gain it. I'll gather it. And I feel I have carried that.
Mm.
I still I feel I have so much to learn, and I'm so happy to learn.
Mm.
It's always something or the other thing I want to learn. There's no end to it.
Yeah.
And I
Wow.
don't allow anybody to suppress me or something. I've
Yeah.
seen that
Courage.
actually.
Courage.
Courage to stand up for
Courage.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. In that lifetime, it was difficult. But you carried that desire
Hmm.
that nobody should oppress me, suppress me, and I'm going to
Yes.
gain knowledge at any cost.
Yes.
And that unfulfilled desire, yeah, is also something that you've carried forward. And this brings me to a very important thing maybe people should understand is when in a certain lifetime I'm not able to fulfill a desire. but I keep thinking about the desire. So I'm giving it so much of energy that eventually fructifies in the next lifetime.
Yeah.
So it's not that if you have a desire, give it up. Chodo isko. No. Give it food, give it manure, give it water, give it fertilizer. Keep thinking about it. ये मुझे चाहिए, मुझे चाहिए, मुझे चाहिए. कोई बात नहीं. I'm not going to get it now, but that doesn't mean I'll never get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that you kept alive.
Yes.
कई बार जो हमारी एकदम मन की जो इच्छाएं होती है उसको प्रबल करना चाहिए, उसको स्ट्रॉन्ग करना चाहिए, राइट? उसको हमें मतलब यू डोंट हैव टू नॉट थिंक अबाउट इट, राइट? सो जब इच्छा प्रबल हो जाती है एकदम, यू गिव इट फायर एंड फ्यूल when it moves to another lifetime, and then it manifests in your lifetime that like this.
Yeah, ma'am, one more thing, I just feel that whatever you learn or whatever knowledge you gather, it will not go waste.
Correct.
It will not. People say your MTech distinction, what do you do in life? I feel that it's okay, I'll use it somewhere. So I don't feel this technical knowledge, if I have in this lifetime and I'm not using it, it will die. I'm going to carry it forward in the next lifetime.
Perfect.
Somewhere. Yeah. And I'm not meant for it. I feel technically, however, I'm not meant for it. I feel there's something else waiting for me, which I have been carrying from so many lifetimes. Maybe I'll manifest it in this lifetime.
And what is it that's waiting for you?
It's more to do with healing. I don't know how and what. Maybe even if I'm a good listener, just listening to others' problem, if that is going to remove their burden, even that would be enough for me in this lifetime.
Wow, what a sensitive soul you are, Deepali. Even if I listen to somebody's problem and that can heal that person, you will be doing some good to everybody. But yeah, you're right. You are definitely a soul of a healer. You may have a degree in MTech, but that's just a degree. Degrees don't mean that that's your purpose. The purpose can be completely different. Yeah. And I think you're blooming, Deepali.
Yes, thanks to you.
No, you're beautiful, really. You have a soft, gentle nature, and all the pain and the grief and the mourning that you have done has actually helped you to be who you are today.
Yes, and now I feel somewhere my parents would be proud of how they have raised me and what I'm today. It's just because of their love and care and they being so sensitive and non-judgmental about us.
Absolutely, absolutely. So so the past lives have healed you, given you insight into yourself. It's made you understand that what you need to do in your current lifetime. The relationships are now of great value to you. So a lot of beautiful stuff has started happening to you. Lovely.
Yeah, that's what
Very
I said.
nice.
2021 has started in a very good note. It's all about my spirit's growth and how I can be a help to others around me without judging them, just accepting the way they are. This is what I've learned, not
So
being
that's the
stubborn.
message you want to give everybody?
Yes, just let other people be the way they are. Don't try to, manipulate them because you want them to be that way. They will
Absolutely.
learn in their life. Let them learn in their course of life.
Lovely. So the message that Deepali is giving everybody is live and let live. Gio or Jeene do.
Jeene do.
Right? So thank you, my dear. It was
Thank
so
you,
nice talking
Thank
to
you
you,
so
and
much,
I'm
ma'am.
sure people are going to get a lot of insights through your journey. Thank you.
ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, friends, and keep watching Purnamadah for some amazing guests who come and open their hearts and share their innermost fears with all of us. Thank you. Bye-bye.
पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते।